So your first question over here is, how can individuals protect themselves from identity theft? This is the sample paper which CBSE has issued in this month, right? एक आपके पास आया था पहले April में, and this is the second one. So, how can individuals protect themselves from identity theft? So, option number C is the correct answer. That is to protect their sensitive documents, use strong passwords, and monitor financial accounts. Second था, which environmental issue is associated with electronic waste? So, it's air pollution. ठीक है. Third question जो हमने अभी discuss किया, it is dash is a networking device which can analyze the data being carried over a network, decide or alter how it is packaged, and send it to another network of a different type. तो इसका आंसर आपका क्या होना चाहिए? Router. The reason being because it is able to analyze it. It can alter how it is packaged. मतलब वो changes भी कर सकता है उसके अंदर. And then it can send it to a different network. अगर same network के अंदर computer को भेज रहे होते तो switch होता. But another network है, so it will be router. Okay, answer the question number 4 now. You have a table called sales that contains sales data for a retail store. Which SQL aggregate function can be used to calculate the total number of rows or records in the sale table?
Count.
Simple. It is count. आपको number of rows count करनी है, so it will be count. उन्होंने options ही बहुत easy दिए. अगर इसमें sum option होती तो भी आप थोड़ा confuse हो सकते थे, पर sum तो है ही नहीं. Options ही क्या है? Max, min, average, count. So the obvious answer is count in this. पर sum क्या करता है? Sum rows नहीं count करता. Sum sales की value को plus करता. यहाँ पे rows पूछी है तो answer has to be count. Fifth question is, which Python command can be utilized to create a histogram using the data in a list named values that represents scores of students in an exam? आपके पास एक लिस्ट है जिसका नाम है values, उसके अंदर आपका डेटा है. Now, which of the following statements will help you to draw a histogram? Yes. Which of the following statements will help you to draw a histogram?
C option.
Rest of you?
Ma'am, I think A option.
Okay. और कोई अपना इनपुट देना चाहेगा? No one. श्रेष्ठ का आंसर सही है. It is hist. So option A is correct answer. We are assuming कि उसने matplotlib को as PLT import किया हुआ है, क्योंकि usually हम PLT ही देते हैं. So as per that, it is PLT dot hist और bracket में आप अपनी list का नाम दोगे. Number of bins देना optional होता है. अगर हम bins नहीं देते तो वो अपने आप से ले लेता है जितने bins उसको suitable लगते हैं. But you can specify the number of bins. But the right way is hist. Hist is the function. तो hist function की help से, we don't have a function called hist plot, we don't have a function called plot underscore histogram. तो ये कोई function ही नहीं है हमारे पास. function का नाम ही क्या है? hist. तो जब line बनानी होती है तो plot function use होता है, bar graph बनाना होता है तो bar function use होता है, और histogram बनाना होता है तो hist function use होता है. Which of the following SQL queries is used to retrieve rows from the customer table where the email column contains null values? What will be the answer?
Ma'am, D option.
So, say D option, that is select star from customers where email is null. So null को equal to से compare नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए आपको email is null लिखना पड़ेगा, right? And that will give you the result. Which network topology typically results in less wire length usage as compared to others? ये चारों में से सबसे कम केबल किस में चाहिए होगी? फटाफट आंसर आने चाहिए भाई. पेपर है ट्यूसडे को आपका, क्या कर रहे हो? Yes, which network topology typically results in less wire length out of these four?
Star.
स्टार की तो डिसएडवांटेज होती है बेटा. स्टार की डिसएडवांटेज यही है कि इट यूजेस अ लॉट ऑफ केबल, क्योंकि हर कंप्यूटर तक आपको सर्वर से एक अलग केबल चाहिए होती है. So that's the drawback of that. How can you say it requires less cable? It is bus topology. Bus topology में क्या होता है? एक सिंगल केबल होती है We have one single cable and then all the computers are connected to that single cable. So सारे एक ही केबल के साथ कनेक्टेड होते हैं, तो सबसे कम केबल जो आपको चाहिए that is in bus topology. अभी पढ़ना शुरू नहीं किया है ना? Which of the following is not protected through intellectual property rights?
मैम रियल एस्टेट प्रॉपर्टीज।
इससे इजी तो क्वेश्चन ही नहीं दे सकते है ना। रियल एस्टेट प्रॉपर्टीज, उसका आईपीआर के साथ कोई लेना देना नहीं है, दैट्स अ मटेरियलिस्टिक थिंग। Dash is a cyber attack method that involves sending fraudulent emails or message to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information such as login credentials or financial data.
फिशिंग।
Phishing. So phishing is जब आप क्या करते हो, किसी को नकली emails भेजते हो as original one and you try to fetch their sensitive information out of it. Okay, assertion reason वैसे तो 17 18 क्वेश्चन होता है, बट चलो यहाँ पे 10 11 में दिया है, cookies are small text files stored locally by the client's web browser to remember the name value pair that identifies the client. That's assertion. Reason है cookies are primarily used to track users' physical locations. So पहले तो बताओ assertion सही है या गलत है?
सही है मैम।
Assertion तो सही है. What about reason? Is it a
रीजन
true
इज
statement?
फॉल्स।
Reason is false. तो cookies का location के लिए ऐसा कोई use नहीं होता है. So cookies are not used to track users' location. So आपके पास जो option A है that is true, B is false. मतलब C आपका आंसर होगा, A is true but R is false. Okay, data frame and its size is mutable in pandas. Then reason है data in a series is organized in a single column. So tell
मैम
me whether the
वो
assertion is true.
बोथ आर ट्रू बट नॉट करेक्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन।
So इसका आंसर है A. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A, क्योंकि वो किसी भी तरह से डेटा फ्रेम से रिलेटेड ही नहीं है। वो सीरीज की स्टेटमेंट है, ऊपर वाली डेटा फ्रेम की स्टेटमेंट है, पर दोनों स्टेटमेंट्स ट्रू है। You have a table called employees with columns department and salary. You want to find the highest salary in each department and display the result in descending order of salary. Which SQL clauses should you use for this query? ऑर्डर मतलब किस तरीके से लिखेंगे हम, पहले ग्रुप बाय आएगा, हैविंग आएगा, ऑर्डर बाय आएगा, या सिर्फ ग्रुप बाय ऑर्डर बाय आएगा, या हैविंग ऑर्डर बाय आएगा, या हैविंग ग्रुप बाय आएगा। आपको करना है ईच डिपार्टमेंट की हाईएस्ट सैलरी दिखानी है डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर ऑफ सैलरी में।
ग्रुप बाय, हैविंग, ऑर्डर बाय।
हैविंग में क्या लिखोगे श्रेष्ठ?
मैम हैविंग मैक्स।
क्यों? डू यू हैव टू चेक अ कंडीशन इन दिस क्वेरी? Is
मैम
there
बट
any condition? If I have to find out the highest salary as per department, तो मेरी query होगी select department comma max salary from employee group by department. इसमें कहीं condition लगी?
नो मैम।
तो इसमें हमें having की जरूरत तो है ही नहीं, है ना?
यस मैम।
Order by, उसके बाद आप आगे लिख सकते हो order by max salary या order by salary. So यहाँ पर having की जरूरत है ही नहीं, क्योंकि इसमें कोई condition ही involved नहीं है। हैविंग ग्रुप बाय के साथ तब लगता है जब आपके पास कंडीशन होती कि आपको हाईएस्ट सैलरी दिखानी है उन डिपार्टमेंट्स की जिसमें 2 से ज्यादा एम्प्लॉय काम करते हैं, देन आई हैव टू यूज हैविंग। बट यहाँ पे कोई कंडीशन इन्वॉल्व ही नहीं है, सिर्फ आपको ग्रुप करके हाईएस्ट निकालना है और ऑर्डर बाय से उसको सॉर्ट करना है। सो इसका आंसर होना चाहिए ऑप्शन नंबर बी, दैट इज ग्रुप बाय, टू ग्रुप फर्स्ट और उसके बाद सॉर्ट करने के लिए लगेगा ऑर्डर बाय। कंडीशन इसमें है ही नहीं, इसलिए हैविंग की जरूरत ही नहीं है। इज दैट क्लियर टू एवरीवन?
यस मैम।
यस भी सिर्फ श्रेष्ठ बोल रहा है। व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स? इज एनीवन एल्स प्रेजेंट? हाँ जी, किसी का भी माइक ऑन नहीं हो रहा? सौम्य, अभिषेक, अभिषेक भी नहीं बोल रहा है। ऋषिका कहाँ गई? चली गई?
हेलो।
हाँ जी,
मैं इतनी देर से बोल रहा था,
आवाज नहीं आ रही थी।
माइक ऑफ था
अब
मेरा
आएगी।
मैम।
Okay, next question is, which of the following function is used in pandas to display the first few rows of a specific column in a data frame?
हेड।
Head. So head is the correct answer. Which SQL function can be used to convert a text string to uppercase?
UCase.
Yes, correct. So you can use UCase or upper. Upper इसमें option नहीं है, तो UCase is your correct answer. A series is a one-dimensional array containing a sequence of values of any data type in float, list, string, etc. Having by default have dash data labels.
Alphanumeric
नहीं, data labels. By default data labels क्या होते हैं series में?
string
Data labels का मतलब होता है index. By default index क्या होते हैं?
numeric
हाँ, 0 1 2 3 4 है ना. सो डेटा लेबल्स का मतलब है इंडेक्स. तो इंडेक्स जो है आपके पास वो कितने हैं? 0 1 2 3 होते हैं, तो दैट इज न्यूमेरिक. So numeric is the answer for this question. So read your question properly when you have to answer it. You are working with a database that stores employee information. You need to retrieve the current date and time. Which SQL function would you use for this purpose?
Now.
Now. So now gives you current date and time. Predict the output of the following query.
15.79.
15.79. Very good. So it's 15.78 tak rakhna hai. Next digit is 9. So we'll add one extra. So it will be 15.79. That's option number A. Identify false from the following. Identify false from the
Ma'am,
following.
Linux.
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 So it's free open source software. Free open source software में इसका example है आपका Linux. So that was 18. So अब honestly count करो कि 18 में से आपके कितने आते हैं. Okay. Next is Rashi has just started using internet. Mention her any four net etiquettes which she should follow in order to become a good netizen. Or you have a choice. Mention any four communication etiquettes which one should follow while communicating on the internet. Very easy question. Yes. Answer for any of these. Net etiquettes क्या होते हैं?
Ma'am, net etiquettes are the rules and regulations you must follow while operating internet to make others as well as yourself feel comfortable.
Right. And what are these?
Ma'am, there are many net etiquettes. Some of them are first, she should not harass someone or publish any private information regarding them without their consent.
Right. That is, she should respect privacy of others. Then she should be polite.
Yes, ma'am.
And
No kind of slang or abusive language must be used.
should respect others' data limit, should respect others' time, should not write about any religion or about political parties. So ये सारे आपके net etiquettes में आ जाएंगे. Communication etiquettes में आ जाएगा that you should be polite, you should be authentic. अगर आपके पास कोई भी information आई है before you forward it further, you should make sure that it is authentic and it's 100% correct. You should not troll anyone. You should again value other person's time and data limit. So those are the etiquettes जो आप इसमें लिख सकते हो. Okay, now comes your coding वाला question. Consider the given data frame. Data frame का नाम है data F1 and you can see that we have some rows and columns. Now we have to fill in the blanks to get the given output. आपका output आ रहा है F1, F3, D1, D3. So data F1 dot log. What should I write over here? क्या लिखेंगे यहाँ पे कि हमें ये आउटपुट मिले? Can you find out a pattern between the rows or the columns?
Yes, ma'am.
It is showing F1, F3, D1, D3. इसको करने के दो तरीके हैं. आप as a list भी कर सकते हो इसको और आप इसे as a slice भी कर सकते हो. First, I want to know what your answer is, then I'll tell you the options. बताइए.
Ma'am, I don't know the answer for this one.
Abhishek, Soumya,
I also don't know. Soumya has also left.
सारे बहुत busy हैं. So, see, we have F1, F3. So that means you have a gap of 2. है ना? Jump करके show कर रहे हैं हम इसको. तो इसको करने के दो तरीके हैं. And वो दो तरीके क्या हैं? वो है ये कि इसको मैं आपको नोट पैड में लिख के देखो. Okay, let me write in the chat. Where is the chat option here? Okay. So देखो इसमें ऑप्शन क्या है हमारे पास कि आपको शो करना है F1 F3. तो ब्लैंक में हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? डेटा F1 तो ऑलरेडी है. डेटा F1 डॉट लॉग. नाउ आई हैव टू ऑप्शंस. एक मैं इनको एज अ लिस्ट दे दूं. पहले क्या देते हैं, रोज या कॉलम्स? फर्स्ट क्या देते हैं, रो या कॉलम? विच इंडेक्स इज गिवन फर्स्ट?
Ma'am, row.
रो. सो हम लिखेंगे F1 F3. सो जो पहली स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट है वो लॉग के साथ लगेगी. उसके बाद फिर से स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट शुरू करेंगे और उसके अंदर F1 F3 दे देंगे. देन कॉमा स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट देंगे एंड वी विल बी राइटिंग D1 D3 स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट क्लोज एंड देन लॉग की स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट क्लोज. उसके बाद प्रिंट किया. तो वन आंसर विल बी दिस. सो यू कैन चेक इन द चैट. ठीक है. So F1 F3 in square brackets, D1 D3 in square brackets. So I can write like that. तो उससे क्या होगा हमारे पास? डेटा F1 dot log F1 F3 D1 D3 शो हो जाएगा. One option is this. Another option is you could have done slicing. Slicing में कैसे होता? डेटा F1 dot log उसमें आप दोबारा से स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट नहीं दोगे क्योंकि स्लाइसिंग में दोबारा स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट नहीं होती है. मैं लिखती F1 colon F3 colon 2 comma. Similar way you could have written D1. आप D3 या D4 में से कुछ भी लिख सकते हो. colon 2. So these two will give you the same result. फर्स्ट वाले में हमने स्पेसिफिकली बता दिया कौन सी रोज कौन से कॉलम्स लिखने हैं, बट मैंने क्वेरीज उल्टी लिख दी ना. मैंने पहले कॉलम्स लिख दिए, रोज बाद में लिखी है. और अभी हमने डिस्कस किया था कि पहले रोज आती है फिर कॉलम्स आते हैं. सो अगर आप ऐसे लिख दोगे एग्जाम में तो आपको मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे. सो इट हैज टू बी द रिवर्स वे. आपको पहले रोज लिखनी है. सो D1 वाली जो चीज है वो आपकी पहले आएगी और उसके बाद आपके F1 F3 वाली चीज आएगी बिकॉज दैट इज कॉलम. सो हमेशा याद रखेंगे कि लॉग में लिखते हुए आपको पहले रो लेबल्स देने हैं और फिर कॉलम लेबल्स देने हैं. सो रो लेबल्स यू विल गिव फर्स्ट, कॉलम लेबल्स यू विल गिव आफ्टरवर्ड्स. सिमिलर वे जब हम स्लाइसिंग करेंगे उसमें भी D1 वाला पहले आएगा, F1 वाला बाद में आएगा. तो आपको दोनों में से कोई एक आंसर लिखना है. आप चाहो तो दोनों भी लिख सकते हो कि बोथ विल गिव द सेम रिजल्ट, बट जस्ट वन. जो भी लिखो वो सही होना चाहिए. सो इज दिस क्लियर?
Yes,
मैम
ma'am.
लेकिन आंसर में आपने F1 F3 पहले लिखा है.
मैंने
तो
कर तो दिया ना चेंज. तो गलत
ओके.
होगा, आपको मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे उसके. यू हैव टू राइट रोज वाले लेबल फर्स्ट एंड कॉलम वाले लेबल्स आफ्टर दैट.
ओके
D1
मैम.
D3 पहले आएगा, F1 F3 बाद में आएगा. ठीक है. कैन यू आंसर द सेकेंड वन नाउ?
Ma'am, D4 comma D3.
यस. सो इसका एक ऑप्शन तो हो जाएगा कि यू विल हैव
And
अनदर
ma'am,
लिस्ट
F
इनसाइड.
F3 comma F2.
वेरी गुड. सो D1 कॉमा D3 हो जाएगा. फिर उसके बाद दूसरी लिस्ट में आपके पास आ जाएगा F3 F3 F2. और इज देयर एनी अदर ऑप्शन आल्सो टू डू दिस? एक तो ये हो गई. ठीक है. और कुछ हो सकता है स्लाइसिंग के थ्रू? इज देयर एनी अदर पॉसिबिलिटी?
Yes, ma'am.
दैट वुड बी D4 कोलन D3 कोलन -1. है ना? कर सकते हैं ना ऐसे? कैन वी डू लाइक दिस?
यस मैम.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. सो दिस इज योर पॉसिबिलिटी. सो आपको लॉक आई लॉक तो अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करना ही है क्योंकि इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चंस तो फॉर श्योर आते ही हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज consider the given SQL query to retrieve the length of the given string CBSE board sample question paper at the rate 2023 exclamation. Which SQL function should you use?
Length.
length. To find out if @ symbol is present in the value of email ID column or not, which function out of the following should be used?
Inster.
Insta। तो ये तो ठीक है, आंसर में तो आपको सिर्फ नाम पूछा है, ठीक है, बट मैं आपसे पूछ रही हूँ कि बताओ पहले वाले का आउटपुट क्या होता, अगर मैं लेंथ लिखती इसके साथ तो क्या आउटपुट आता?
मैम 22।
वेरी गुड। और सेकंड वाले का क्या आंसर आता?
15।
15 या 16? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 आता है ना। 1 से शुरू होती है ना पोजीशन, सी इज एट पोजीशन 1, तो सी अगर 1 पे है तो आपका 16 पे आ रहा है,
यस मैम।
ठीक है, सो इट शुड बी 16। सो पाइथन में हमारी पोजीशनिंग जो है वो 0 से शुरू होती है, एंड एसक्यूएल में हमारी जो पोजीशनिंग है वो 1 से शुरू होती है। Okay. Gayatri, a data analyst, has stored 4 employees' name and their employee code in 4 dictionaries. Structure of one such dictionary is as follows. तो M1 में employee का नाम है, employee का code है. She clubbed these 4 dictionary into a list. Write suitable Python code to store the required data of 4 employees in the form of a list of dictionaries and create a data frame with appropriate column headings as shown below. तो अब आपको क्या करना है, काफी घुमा घुमा के क्वेश्चंस दिए हुए हैं इसमें, है ना, डायरेक्ट नहीं है कि सीधा डेटा फ्रेम बनाओ या वो करो। सो अब वो बोल रहे हैं कि आपके पास एक डिक्शनरी है जिसमें आपके पास ऐसे है ई नेम, और एम नेम की जगह पे होगा जॉन, फिर ई कोड है उसकी जगह पे होगा 88, ऐसे 4 डिक्शनरीज है। अब वो 4 डिक्शनरीज की आपको बनानी है लिस्ट। So you have a list of dictionaries. Now, with the help of that list of dictionaries, you have to create this data frame and you have to make sure that you get appropriate column headings for this. So, कैसे create करोगे? How would you create this? तो जब आप इसको शुरू करोगे, obviously 2 marks का question है, your first line has to be, what should be the first statement?
मैम import pandas as pd।
Exactly. So first statement should be import pandas as PD. So that is the statement which you have to write anyhow. ठीक है, because उसके बिना you're not able to create anything in this. Second is you have to create a list of dictionary for employees. So I can give it a name as, let's say, EMP is equal to, then square bracket start करोगे, curly bracket is for your dictionary, and जैसे वहां पर दिया हुआ है कि आपके पास first key जो है that is e name, and the value for that we are going to take the values from the question itself, that is John, then comma, and then the key is E code, and the value would be 88. So this is your first dictionary in the list. So I'll close the curly brackets here. Then you have to give comma, then again start curly bracket and give the second dictionary. So second dictionary's name is Emily. So the names, that is text, should come in quotes and the code is an integer value. So you don't have to put that in quotes. So this is your second dictionary, and then I'll give the third dictionary in the same way.
मैम
So we have to, yeah,
मैम can't we write like a dictionary of lists that
no.
e name.
No, no, because they have told you in the question itself that you have to create list of dictionaries. It is mentioned now. So you have to, it says, write suitable Python code to store the required data of 4 employees in the form of list of dictionaries. If it would not have been mentioned there, then you can take whatever you want. But when it is specifically given that you have to take a list of dictionaries, that means you have to take a list of dictionaries. Then it's
Okay
not
मैम।
your choice. If they just give you a data frame and ask you कि भाई बनाओ इसको, तो फिर you can choose whatever you want. But if it is mentioned, then you have to do it the way they have told you to do. So it's Sophia, and then we have eCode. ECode is 95. So I'm going to create this, and at the end, you have to close the square bracket that completes your list of dictionary. So list of dictionary means the thing has to start with a square bracket, Inside that, all elements are in curly brackets. Those is marking the dictionary for each employee. And at the end, you have to close the square bracket that shows the end of the list. Now list is created. Now you have to create the data frame. Data frame का नाम question में mentioned नहीं है. So I can directly take whatever name I want. So I can take like df is equal to, and then you write your pd dot data frame. Make sure d and f is capital, and within the round brackets you have to give the name of the list. So I give it like this. And then we can print. But now tell me, would it create the data frame the exact way as they have shown in the example? ये आपका काम है, ठीक है? अब आपको क्या करना है? After the class is over, अपना Python open करना and write this code to create the data frame and see whether it gives the same output or not. If it gives the same output, तो मुझे message करके बता देना, yes, it's giving the same output. If it doesn't, then tell me what should be the solution so that I get the output like this. Right? ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I don't have Python installed in my computer.
You can do one thing. You can open a site called try.jupyter.org.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you
I'm showing.
repeat the?
I'm showing. See, can you see this tab? So you have to write
Yes,
try
ma'am.
dot Jupyter. You can just open this try dot Jupyter. So this is the site, and here you can practice all your pandas commands online. तो इसमें involve करने की मतलब install करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Just go to try, and inside this you will be having the option. ये वाला है ना? Jupyter
Yes,
notebook
ma'am.
पे जाना है इधर second वाले पे. So go to Jupyter notebook, and in Jupyter notebook you will be getting something like this. यहाँ से हमें सीधे अपनी कोडिंग शुरू करनी है, तो we can Jupyter notebooks उनका इंटरफेस चेंज हो गया, but no problems.
Ma'am, can you just copy and paste the link in chat box?
The link of the site.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Jupyter lab. If I click on this, yeah, this is the one. अभी open हो जाएगा. Not this one. It is not this one. Let me first show you where to write the command. ये है ना, जिससे हमें ये नहीं चाहिए. We want to write our own command. Okay, so you can do one thing. ये जो यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ आ रहा है इसको remove कर दो. We don't want this matplotlib वाली thing. We can write import pandas as pd. ठीक है, and then you can create like df is
Ma'am,
equal
your
to
screen is not visible on which you are doing.
exit. Okay, now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So here there was a different code in this box, so I just removed that code. Or you can click on file and you can go to new, and from here you can click on new notebook. So when you click on new notebook, you will be getting a notebook like this. So Python kernel use करनी है हमें, select, that's done. So यहाँ पर whatever command you'll write, it will execute that. So I can give any command of Python and it will keep on executing it side by side. As you see, I write this formula and I'm getting the result. Similar way you can use pandas over here without installing it. So first you have to open try.jupyter.org. उसमें से Jupyter notebook पे जाना है, then go to file menu and make a new notebook, and you can practice your Python commands in this without installing pandas library. Is that clear?
Ma'am, it has every library in this.
हाँ, मैटप्लॉटलिब भी है और pandas भी है. So जो आपको चाहिए वो सारी है.
Okay, ma'am.
So without installing you can use that. Only the thing is वो जो MySQL connection वाला है वो use नहीं हो सकता. But other than that you can practice all the commands.
Ma'am, my SQL connection तो नहीं आएगा ना एग्जाम में?
नहीं,
हाँ. Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है. Okay, so moving on. 23rd is explain briefly the term URL. What is URL?
Uniform resource locator.
Uniform resource locator.
Uniform Resource Locator. Example में आप लिख सकते हो यही https://academic.nic.in.
Ma'am,
और
again the PDF is not visible.
एक सेकेंड. ठीक है, now look at question number 24. Yes, what will be the output of
Yes, ma'am.
number 24?
Ma'am, list one plus list one. Since it is a list and not in form of series, it will be concatenated.
Concatenated, yes. So your output will be 20, 35, 40, 20, 35, 40. There will be six elements, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what about the second one?
Ma'am, the second one, the elements of similar index will be added. So we'll get 0, 40,
Hmm,
1, 70, and
right.
2, 80.
D type in 64. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Abhishek, you have the same answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Clarify the role of having clause, highlighting its distinctions from the where clause in SQL. So we have done this difference number of times in the class. You have also noted down the differences between where and having. So just list a few important differences between the two. What is the difference between here and where and having clause?
Ma'am, where clause is used with single row functions and
Right.
having clause. Huh?
ठीक है.
Having clause is used with multiple row functions.
Right.
Uh, and in having clause, it is used after the formation of groups,
Hmm.
and where is used before the formation.
Of groups, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
before, and we write where before the group by clause, we write having after the group by clause. So that's right. Okay. And then you can give a small example. So make a small table and show a small example with that, like where do you put conditions. So ऐसे तो 2 marks का है तो differences भी enough है, but still table नहीं बनाओ, at least write down a query which shows the difference.
मैम वो कैसे करेंगे एक बार बता
तो
दीजिए.
जैसे आप लिख दो select star from student where marks greater than 80. So here I'm checking condition on the marks. So मैंने लिखा select star from student where marks greater than 80. So here we are checking individual rows. So the condition is with where. और having वाला example दे देंगे like I want कि it should show all those classes जिनके average marks 80 से ज़्यादा है. ठीक है. So अगर उनके marks 80 से ज़्यादा हैं तो आप क्या करोगे उस केस में? You will be having like select star from जो भी आपका टेबल है स्टूडेंट or select count star from student group by class having average marks greater than 80. So if you are having any query जिसमें condition group के ऊपर लग रही है, so there you can show an example of having. So where like I'm making group on class having average marks greater than 80. So whenever you're going to use having, you're going to have a group by with that. But for using where, you don't need a group by. आप where कभी भी किसी भी query में लगा सकते हो. Another difference could be that group by having I use only with the select command. जबकि where भी हम use कर सकते हैं with delete, with update, with select, any of the three. So that can also be one point of difference.
ओके मैम.
Section C. Consider the following records in cars table and answer the given questions. Write SQL query that will give the output as BLU, BLA, BRO, BLU. कहाँ से आ रहे हैं ये letters? Can you see that? Which column is having such kind of content?
Color,
Color. So color में से are we showing the complete color or we are showing part of it?
part of it.
What part?
Ma'am, the initial three letters.
Initial three letters. Which function is used to get that?
Left.
Left. And is it showing how many rows you have? You have 6 rows. But मेरे
यस
पास
मैम.
आंसर में तो 4 आ रहे हैं. Why
मैम
so?
वाइट नहीं है.
White नहीं है और
ब्लू ब्लैक ब्राउन. ब्राउन भी है.
brown
ब्लू.
तो है.
ब्लू ब्लैक ब्राउन ब्लू. एक ब्लैक नहीं है मैम. एक ब्लैक और एक
एक
वाइट.
black नहीं है. So एक black क्यों नहीं है? White है 28,000, ये है 20,000. This blue is 45,000. ऐसा तो कोई लिंक ही नहीं बन रहा है. इसका ईयर क्या है? 2023, 2021. ईयर पे भी कंडीशन नहीं बनती है. We can have only one thing then. It is basically showing
मैम
white.
it can be like
हाँ है.
less
नहीं
than 22,000 price.
नहीं
तो
तो फिर 20 लेस देन 22,000 में
हाँ हो सकता है.
28,000 है ना वाइट तो. फिर वो वाइट को क्यों नहीं दिखा रहा?
अरे हाँ.
सो ठीक है, अब ये वी आर नॉट एबल टू फॉर्म एनी कंडीशन एज सच जो डायरेक्ट बन रही हो, तो आप इसमें लिख सकते हो सिलेक्ट लेफ्ट कलर कॉमा 3. ठीक है, सो सिलेक्ट लेफ्ट कलर कॉमा 3, दैट विल fetch 3 letters from the left hand side.
From
From
cars.
cars where car ID in, अब कोई और कंडीशन नहीं बन रही तो कार आईडी पे लगा देंगे. सो वेयर कार आईडी इन राउंड ब्रैकेट्स में 101 102 103 105. So it will give you
Okay,
first
ma'am.
3 letters of those 4 cards. So we can do that way. Okay. Write command for the following to change the color of model with code as 103 to green. So the car ID with 103, you have to change the color to green. What will be the command for that?
Update set color is equal to green, where car ID is equal to 103.
Update cars होगा.
Update cars. Update name of the table, that is cars. So it should be update cars. Set color is equal to green, where our ID is equal to 103. How many
Yes, ma'am.
tuples are present in the cars table? How many tuples are present
6
in the car? What do we call it? Degree or cardinality?
degree.
Are you sure?
Y- Yes, ma'am.
It's cardinality. Number of tuples or number of rows is cardinality. Degree is number of columns. So cardinality है इसकी 6. चलो. Also identify the most suitable column of the cars table to mark as primary key column.
Car ID.
Car ID, because it is unique and it is not left blank. Okay, we had a choice. Either you could answer these 3 questions or you could answer these 3 also. So यहाँ पर query दी हुई है and you are supposed to write the output. Select make comma model from cars where price greater than 30,000. Quite easy.
Yes, ma'am.
क्या आएगा इसमें?
मैम जिन जिन
Ma'am,
प्राइस जो जो प्राइस
Ford,
30,000 से ज्यादा
Okay,
है वो आ जाएंगे.
Ford and
Ford
Ford,
Mustang,
BMW. बस दो.
Ford,
BMW
BMW,
X5. Only these two.
Okay, ठीक है. So car make and model है ना, ठीक है. Ford Mustang, BMW X5. Okay. Select count star as total cars from cars where year is equal to 2022.
1, 2, 2.
2.
Two, ma'am.
So you will write the column heading as total cars, not the formula. So heading will be total cars and under that we will be writing 2 as the answer. Select car ID, comma make, comma model from cars where price less than 22,000. That is again easy. So you just have to see which car
Yes,
has a
ma'am.
price less than 22,000. I guess there is only one.
106 Volkswagen
Yeah,
Golf.
take it. Complete the given Python code to get the required output as California. Import dash as
Pandas.
PD. Pandas. So import pandas as PD. Free का एक number. Okay. Next,
Yes,
आपके
ma'am.
पास dictionary create की हुई है. Then they have national parks is equal to PD dot series. What should you
Data.
have in the round bracket?
Data.
Data. Then you have print national parks. What should you write now so that the answer should be California?
0.
In national park 0 round bracket में square bracket में कौन सी bracket में? Print national underscore parks. What should you have after that? Exact बताओ क्या लिखोगे?
Ma'am, square bracket 0.
So there are two options. One is you can put square bracket 0. The other option is you can put square bracket and then inside the quotes you say might. The key, because the key
मैम
is
मुझे समझ नहीं आया.
अरे series create हुई है ना अभिषेक. This is a series.
Yes, sir.
When you create a series from a dictionary, what happens? The key values become the index. The values become the data part, right? और
Yes, ma'am.
इसकी जो सीरीज बनेगी उसमें इसका जो इंडेक्स है दैट विल बी दिस फर्स्ट वन योसेमाइट देन येलोस्टोन देन ग्लेशियर एंड देन रॉकी माउंटेन. सो योसेमाइट पे वैल्यू होगी कैलिफोर्निया, येलोस्टोन पे वैल्यू होगी वायोमिंग एंड सो ऑन. नाउ श्रेष्ठ is saying कि हम इसको integer index से fetch कर सकते हैं. So there are two ways you can fetch. You can fetch with the help of the integer index or you can fetch with the help of the index which we have given over here. So you could write national underscore parks और square bracket में 0. तो 0 मतलब first value. तो first value क्या है आपके पास? California.
California.
That will be printed. So अगर आप जीरो इंडेक्स यूज नहीं करना चाहते हो तो आप क्या लिख सकते हो?
हम स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट
योसेमाइट,
में कोटेशन मार्क्स के साथ।
quotation marks के अंदर
हाँ,
योसेमाइट.
योसेमाइट।
So again your answer will be California. So any of the two you can write, but the better answer will be the Yosemite one क्योंकि जब उन्होंने keys दी हुई हैं, so it's better to use this index rather than using zero over there. So your answer should be national parks, square bracket, and then inside the quotes you should write Yosemite. Yeah?
यस मैम।
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Suppose you already have nutrients table in food database as described below. Table name is nutrients. Column name is food item, which is of type varchar. Another is calorie, which is of type integer. Write a SQL statement to perform the following. Add a new column named plan start date to the nutrients table. And the data type of the column should be date. So which command you will use to add a new column?
Alter table
Alter
nutrients,
table, nutrients, yes.
add column,
Add column, का नाम,
uh, or
plan
and
start date,
date,
and space के बाद date semicolon. ठीक है?
uh,
So alter table nutrients, add space plan start date space date semicolon. So that will add a new column to your existing table. Modify the calorie column to change its data type to float. Modify the calorie column to change its data type to float. Which command will be used?
I'm शायद alter,
शायद, definitely alter. What will be the proper syntax then? Alter table
alter
nutrients,
table nutrients, modify uh,
calorie,
calorie.
float.
Okay.
That's it. So if you have to modify the data type, you just write modify word and write the name of the column and the new data type you want. So it will be alter table nutrients, modify calorie space float semicolon. So that will change its data type from integer to float. So दोनों का आंसर alter table ही है इसमें. This was for 3 marks. Great. Okay, question number 29. Imagine a scenario where an individual Alex is concerned about his online privacy. Alex has a social media presence and frequently posts updates, photos, and comments on various platforms. Additionally, Alex frequently uses mobile apps and visits websites for shopping and information. ठीक है जी. Explain the concept of an active digital footprint, providing example from Alex online activities. हाँ जी. What do you mean by active digital footprint?
Ma'am, the digital trail which you leave
Hmm.
behind of your personal information intentionally, and when you are
Hmm.
aware that your information is getting retrieved and stored permanently in internet.
Can you give an example from his daily activities, daily online activities? What
Yes,
मैम
will
ma'am.
be
like
active digital
Chrome
footprint?
history, Chrome browser history,
ठीक है नहीं.
YouTube.
They have told what Alex
Ma'am,
does on social media. उसमें से example बताओ.
Oh,
Like when he posts a picture on Instagram. That is
yes,
an
ma'am.
active digital footprint. If you're putting a picture on Instagram, you know that it is being recorded. Even if you delete it afterwards, still it is recorded in the databases of Instagram, right? So it's still there. So that's an active digital footprint. If I'm publishing anything on social media, even if I delete it afterwards, people can't see, but it is still there, which could be tracked later, anytime when the company wants or when the government wants. Okay, describe the concept of a passive digital footprint and provide examples of how it is generated in LX online interactions. पहले तो बताओ what is a passive digital footprint?
Ma'am, the digital trail which you leave behind unintentionally. You are not aware. Uh, Generally, the people are not aware that that information is being recorded, but in reality, it is being stored permanently.
Right. Example.
Ma'am, such as when we visit a website and then we leave, it is stored in our history.
Like we went for a shopping website, right? I added a few things in the cart, or maybe we have an option to, make it a favorite or give a heart or wish list में add कर देते हैं. And we never imagine or we never bother that it is being recorded somewhere, that I sometime added that into my cart, but I never purchased. So those things are also being recorded and it is stored. So it's a kind of passive digital footprint, which we don't even expect or which we don't think that it's also getting recorded, but it is getting recorded. So Alex की जो उसमें बताया हुआ उन्होंने कि he uses mobile apps and visits websites for shopping and information. So you can give an example like sometimes we build up a cart or we add the elements of the wish list, which we Don't think that it would be leading a trail, but it is creating history, and that's a passive digital footprint. Okay. Discuss the implications of both active and passive digital footprints for Alex online privacy and security. Would it harm? Would the digital footprints, both active and passive, would harm his privacy or security?
Ma'am, if misused, then definitely.
If misused, then definitely. So passive generally harm नहीं करती है क्योंकि that's not वहाँ पे आप passive में कभी भी अपना confidential कुछ भी नहीं provide कर रहे होते हो. But yes, active में you sometimes provide your information which might be misused. So you must be very aware like on which sites you should fill in your phone number, on which sites you should give your email ID. So it's not like anywhere you see a form and you fill in your personal details over there. So we should be conscious about that. So if we are not filling the data properly, then it might harm us if it goes in the wrong hands. So that is so active can harm, but passive is usually harmless. Okay. Choice में है with reference to 3 Rs, describe 3 essential approaches to manage electronic waste. Also provide practical example of how individuals can actively participate in each approach. ये आप अपने words में लिख सकते हो. मुझे 3 Rs बता दो क्या होते हैं. What are the 3 Rs?
Reduce,
हाँ.
reuse, recycle in this
Very,
definite order.
very good. कंसिडर द गिवन डेटा फ्रेम एम्प्लॉय इसके साथ ना डायग्राम भी बनाना अगर कभी ये क्वेश्चन आता है एंड यू अटेम्प्ट दैट सो वो जो बुक में है ना डायग्राम रीयूज रिसाइकल और वो वाला थ्री वो एरोस बना के जो बना हुआ है सर्कल वन so
Yes,
make that
ma'am.
diagram also when you write the theory answer for this gives better presentation. Okay, consider the given data frame, write suitable Python statement to do the following. Add a column called salary with the following data. Data frame का नाम है employees. What should be the command?
Ma'am, alter table employees, add salary.
श्रेष्ठ क्वेश्चन पढ़ो. Is it SQL?
Python.
So ऐसे मत करना एग्जाम में. This is Python question. Data frame है. You have to be very careful which question is from SQL, which is from Python. So answer in Python now. Add a column named salary with the following data. Yes, Abhishek.
Now I don't know.
Very good. How do you add a new column to a data frame? You write name of the data frame. Then in square bracket within quotes, you have to give the name of the column you want to create.
Ma'am, screen
If
is not
we
visible.
अभी मैं chat में लिख रही हूँ आपके पास आ जाएगा.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
So we will write down the values 55,000, 60,000, 65 जो भी question में values दी हुई हैं. So just write those and it will be added. So this is how you add a column. ऐसे add होता है.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, include a new employee named Eve with employee ID M005 working in the finance department, a salary of 62,000. So you have to add a new employee. So a column is added like this. You write name of the data frame and then in square brackets, you write the name of the column and then you put the values. But if you have to do the same thing for row, you have to create a row. तो वो किसके थ्रू ऐड होती है? लॉक के थ्रू. तो आप डेटा फ्रेम का नाम लिखोगे, डॉट लॉक लिखोगे, स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट में यू विल गिव द इंडेक्स. सो वी हैव नेम एम्प्लॉय आईडी डिपार्टमेंट, इंडेक्स इसमें दिया नहीं हुआ तो वी कैन इमेजिन कि 0123. So we have 4 records that is 0123. So next index will be 4 only. So 4 index पे आपको क्या values put करनी है? You have to put the name as Eve. So Eve should be in quotes. Then you have to put the employee ID. Employee ID is given as M005. So I'll give that. And then the salary is finance and salary. Okay. So finance is the account and the salary is 62,000. So look at this step. So this is how we write it. So employees dot log 4 के बाद कोट्स बंद होंगे या फिर कोट्स हटा ही सकते हैं. So 4 से पहले जो कोट्स है वो मत लिखना because it's integer index. So we can write employees.log4 is equal to then the list of values which you want to insert at index 4. So आपके पास already 4 records थे 0, 1, 2, 3 पे, and it will add the new record at index 4. Change the name of the employee ID column to ID. Do you remember which statement is used to change the heading of the
Ma'am,
column in a data frame? Hanji.
ma'am, I want to ask one thing. Like in this employees.log in square brackets 4, ma'am, you have
Quotes
inserted.
गलती से है, हाँ वो नहीं लिखना है.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Which function is used to change the name of the row index or the column index? When are you going to start revising?
Ma'am, I will start today.
Okay.
Ma'am, I also.
Hmm. So to change the heading of row or column, we have rename and we write it like this: employees dot rename, and then in the round brackets you have to change the heading of the column. So you'll be writing columns is equal to employee के बाद comma है, comma नहीं होगा वो semicolon, sorry colon होगा. So let me write it again. So employee ID should be changed with ID. And what happens with in place is equal to true? ये क्यों लिखते हैं हम? Why do we write in place is equal to true?
Ma'am, to show that we have changed.
So that it should make the changes in the current data frame. Otherwise वो current data frame में changes नहीं करेगा. So you want कि data frame में changes हो, so we should write in place is equal to true for that. Okay. Imagine you're assigned a task to manage the inventory of an online store. The store uses an SQL database to track product information in a table named products. The products table has columns for product ID, product name, category, quantity in stock, and price per unit. Now we have the following scenario. Restocking. Due to recent sale, the quantity in stock of a product with product ID 101 named laptop needs to be increased by 10 units. What should be the command? बताओ. So इसको क्वेश्चन सीधा सीधा है, बस थोड़ा घुमा के दिया हुआ है, बट वो बेसिकली चाहते क्या है कि आप इंक्रीज कर दो कौन से कॉलम को, क्वांटिटी इन स्टॉक को, बाय 10 यूनिट्स. हाउ डू यू डू दैट? व्हाट शुड बी द कमांड? यस.
Ma'am, just 1 minute, ma'am. I am thinking.
ओके.
Ma'am, we use update
हम्म.
command.
यस.
Ma'am, I I am unaware if I am correct or wrong, but what is coming in my mind is update products set con- set quantity in stock is equals to quantity in stock plus 10.
सबका नहीं करना ना, किसी एक का करना है तो क्या होगा आगे?
Yes, ma'am. Where product ID is equal to 101.
वेरी गुड. वेयर प्रोडक्ट आईडी इज इक्वल टू 101. So command will be update products, set quantity in stock is equal to quantity in stock plus 10, where product ID is equal to 101. Very good. So that will be the correct query. Okay, then if they want to check the availability. You need to check the availability of a product named wireless mouse in the electronics category. तो मुझे ये देखना है कि वायरलेस माउस इन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कैटेगरी मेरे पास अवेलेबल है या नहीं है. ठीक है. तो कैसे करेंगे? आप फेच करके देखोगे ना, विच कमांड इज यूज टू फेच? हेलो, हाँ जी, हाँ मैं अभी क्लास ले रही हूँ, वी आर बी गेटिंग ओवर इन 15-20 मिनट्स। हाँ जी, बताइए।
मैम टू फेच
To fetch the quantity in stock for wireless mouse in electronics category.
मैम
Okay.
नथिंग इज स्ट्राइकिंग टू मी.
See, select quantity in stock. Fetch करना है ना, fetch का मतलब select हो गया. So select
Yes मैम.
quantity in stock from products where where product name is equal to wireless mouse and category is equal to electronics. है ना? So select quantity in stock from products where product name is equal to wireless mouse and category is equal to electronics. So that will tell you कि उसकी quantity कितनी है हमारे पास. We just need to fetch and see whether it is available or not. अगर quantity in stock 0 आएगी मतलब it's not available. If quantity in stock is more than 0 means it's available. Is it clear?
Clear मैम.
The
Yes, ma'am.
price of all products in electronic categories should be increased by 5% to account for market changes.
मैम अपडेट प्रोडक्ट्स set set price is equals to uh,
प्राइस प्लस 5 इंटू प्राइस अपॉन 100 कर सकते हो, या फिर प्राइस इज इक्वल टू प्राइस प्लस 0.05 इंटू प्राइस भी कर सकते हैं. सो इसमें कॉलम का नाम जो प्रॉपर है वो है प्राइस पर यूनिट. सो इट शुड बी अपडेट प्रोडक्ट सेट price per unit is equal to price per unit plus 0.05 into price per unit, where category is equal to electronics.
ma'am can we also use that price is equals to 1.005
Yes, you can do
into
that.
price.
Yes, you can do that. So price per unit is equal to 1.05 into price per unit, where category is equal to electronics. ठीक है, अब इसमें
Yes ma'am.
बोला identify and list the products that are currently out of stock. So out of stock का मतलब क्या है कि quantity in stock 0 है, तो मुझे वो products दिखाने हैं जिनकी quantity 0 है. With the quick. जल्दी बताओ, ये तो easy है बहुत. What should be the query? You have to show all those products where quantity in stock is 0. So select star from products where quantity in stock is equal to
Zero.
0. So select star from products where quantity in stock equal to sign 0 semicolon. Okay, another question is, this is the data frame question. WizBiz Corporation is recording the quarterly sales data of its 3 products through different departments. The company stores this information in a CSV file named this. Now, Mr. Raj has tasked for writing a Python program to visualize this data. He wrote the following Python code but encountered some difficulties. You have to help him to solve this. तो सबसे पहले तो विजुलाइज कर रहे हैं, पांडाज एसपीडी तो कर लिया, अब इंपोर्ट क्या करेंगे? फर्स्ट लाइन में क्या आएगा? What should I
Ma'am
have?
import
Import. हाँ,
pyp.matplotlib.
उल्टा. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. So it should be import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. That should be your first line. अब second line में data frame चाहिए, but we are not creating a data frame. We have to get the data frame from the CSV file named quarterly_sales.csv. So what should you write so that it should read the CSV file and get it into the data frame? So what should be in line 2? Line 2 should be written in this way so that it reads the content of the CSV file and puts it into the data frame. क्या आएगा इसमें? pd dot read underscore CSV, है ना? So pandas is your PD. So PD dot read small letters में underscore CSV small letters में round bracket के अंदर आप इस फाइल का नाम लिखोगे quarterly underscore sales dot CSV. So it will automatically read from it and put it into the data frame. ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. And then third line में है df dot plot. डेटा फ्रेम से प्लॉट कर रहे हैं बट हमें बार ग्राफ बनाना है. सो बाय डिफॉल्ट जो प्लॉट है वो लाइन बनाता है. यू वांट टू क्रिएट अ बार ग्राफ, सो यू हैव टू राइट df dot plot kind is equal to bar. So kind, kind is equal to bar so that it makes a bar graph. So kind is equal to bar will make a bar graph. इसमें वैसे इन्होंने ऑप्शंस दे रखे हैं. So question 1 जो है इसमें matplotlib.pyplot is the answer. इसमें kind is the answer. Write suitable Python statement. ये तो हमने लिख लिया. To total sales in quarter for each. अच्छा, write Python statement to display total sales done in quarter 1 and quarter 2 for each product. So you can find the total sales of quarter 1. अगर आपको निकालना हो तो कैसे निकालोगे? This column quarter 1. If I want to find the total of the sales, what command should I write? ये तो आपने भी पीछे टेस्ट में भी किया था ना? How to find sum, how to find max of a particular column. How do we do it? It should be df square bracket में column का नाम. So df square bracket qtr1 फिर dot sum. So dot sum round bracket will give you the total of quarter 1. Similar way you can get for quarter 2. Write SQL query to calculate the remainder when 15 is divided by 4. Very easy question. 5 number का SQL का. 5 queries you have to
Yes,
write.
ma'am.
Which function is used in this?
Mod.
Mod. So it will be पूरा query लिखना है तो select mod 15, 4 semicolon. Okay. Write the
Yes, ma'am.
query to retrieve the current year.
Ma'am, year and
Hmm.
now. Like,
Select year
huh.
bracket में now round bracket and then bracket close semicolon. Write an SQL query to extract the first 3 letters from the string hello world.
Select left hello world, comma 3.
Very good. Write SQL query to convert the text in the description column to the product table to uppercase.
Ma'am,
So,
select upper
hmm,
in bracket in quotation description.
quotation में नहीं आएगा, column का नाम है ना. So
अच्छा,
select upper brackets में description from product.
product.
So select upper description brackets के अंदर from product. Okay. Write SQL query to display the position of hyphen in values of
Hyphen.
account number column of table bank.
Select inster
Hmm,
bracket account number,
hmm, hyphen
comma this
Hyphen.
symbol and close semicolon.
from bank semicolon. Table में
Yes,
से है
ma'am.
ना? So it will be select INSTR, that is select inster round bracket ACC underscore number comma hyphen में quotes में hyphen bracket close from bank semicolon. और you had a choice में क्या है कि हमें 2 tables दिए हुए हैं, एक bank table है, customer table है. Identify the column based on which both the tables can be related. So which column will help you to link both the tables?
Ma'am, join
भाई column का नाम बताओ. Which column will
column.
Account,
help you to join?
account number.
Account number.
Account number. So justify कर सकते हो इसको कि it's the common column and it is the foreign
Yes,
key
ma'am.
in the
Primary key
branch
in one,
table.
foreign key in other.
Write SQL query to list name of all customers with their amount in ascending order. अब देखो कस्टमर का नाम यहाँ पर है और अमाउंट कहाँ पर है? बैंक में. It's in 2 different tables ना. पहली बात तो अगर ये क्वेश्चन ऐसे आता है चॉइस में तो ऑब्वियसली यू हैव टू अटेम्प्ट द फर्स्ट पार्ट, दैट इज मच इजियर, है ना?
Yes,
सेकंड
ma'am.
वाले में जॉइन बनाना है तो लेट इट बी, इसको रहने दो, बट अगर चॉइस ना हो तो यू शुड नो द आंसर्स. सो राइट एसक्यूएल क्वेरी टू लिस्ट नेम्स ऑफ ऑल कस्टमर्स विद देयर अमाउंट इन असेंडिंग ऑर्डर. सो कस्टमर नेम इधर है, अमाउंट इधर है, मतलब मुझे दोनों टेबल्स को लिंक करना पड़ेगा. So I have to write like select list names of customers. Select customer name, comma, amount. So select customer name, comma, amount from customer natural join bank. जरूरी नहीं है कि आप वो इक्वी जॉइन वाली कंडीशन ही लगाओ, आप लिख सकते हो फ्रॉम कस्टमर नेम, सॉरी, फ्रॉम कस्टमर नेचुरल जॉइन बैंक ऑर्डर बाय अमाउंट. सो हमें कस्टमर नेम दिखाना है, अमाउंट दिखाना है from the join. So I'm writing it in the chat so you can see from there. So we have to show the customer underscore name, comma, amount from customer natural join bank. बैंक ही है ना दूसरा टेबल? Order by amount. So it is ascending order. So that's why we'll get it like this. अगर descending होता तो क्या करते?
Ma'am, order by amount DESC.
DESC लगा देते. Write SQL query to find the total number of money across all branches. Total money बतानी है across all the branches. How would I have that?
Ma'am, select sum in bracket amount from table from customer और दूसरा जो टेबल है.
एक में से ही चाहिए ना, इसी का ही sum चाहिए amount का. So select
अच्छा,
sum bracket में amount from bank.
okay.
Sum of amount from bank. Select sum bracket में amount from bank. We don't need to join because इसमें से हमें कोई information नहीं चाहिए.
Okay.
Write SQL query to count the total records in the customer table
Ma'am, select count star
Select count star
from
from
customer.
customer.
from customer table.
SQL query to find the minimum amount in a bank.
Ma'am, select min amount from bank.
Very good. Question number 34, a large educational campus, ये networking वाला है. So all this thing is given. Then they have told कि different buildings में कितना distance है, हर building में कितने computers हैं, and you have the typical set of questions. First is suggest a possible cable layout for connecting the buildings in an efficient and effective way. अच्छा पहले तो बता दो server कहाँ पे होगा? Where should we place the server? इतना time?
I'm building D.
Building B, that has the maximum number of
Ma'am,
computers.
building B.
Building B is the answer. It has the maximum number of computers. So 180 computers है वहाँ पे. It should have the server. अब server पता चल गया तो layout बनाना भी easy है. So आप क्या करोगे? Building B को रखोगे center में. So keep building B in the center and connect it with building A, building C, building D, building E. So make a diagram keeping your building B in the middle and connected with A, C, D and E. So हम उसको बाकी सबके साथ connect कर देंगे. So that
Yes,
will
ma'am.
be your layout. Name the topology used.
Star.
Star. Most suitable place to install the server, वो हमने already discuss कर लिया. Now suggest the placement of the following devices: hub or switch and repeater. So hub or switch is required in every unit. We have 5 units, so we need hub and switch in every unit out of that. So building A, B, C, D, E सब में चाहिए hub or switch. Repeater अब हमें कहाँ चाहिए? हमने जो लिंक बनाए हैं उसमें B को A के साथ लिंक किया है, B को C के साथ. So let us find out the distance between these. B का A के साथ डिस्टेंस कितना है? 50 meters. Do I need a repeater? Do I need a repeater for 50 meters?
No, ma'am.
No. B का C के साथ डिस्टेंस है 30 meters. Do I need a repeater?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then B is connected with D. तो हमारा जो layout है, we have to tell repeater according to that. So B जो है वो D के साथ connected है. इसका है 145 meters. Do I need a repeater?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So we need a repeater in this. So we need a repeater. और उसके बाद आपके पास आ जाएगा ये building
Ma'am,
E to building B 65, sorry, हाँ ये भी है. E के साथ 65 meters है. Do we need a repeater? No. Yes,
No,
Abhishek,
ma'am.
you were asking something?
मैम मतलब आई जस्ट वांट टू आस्क दैट देयर इज सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ रेंज की अगर इसके आगे होगा तो फिर उसके
100.
लिए
हाँ.
रिपीटर की जरूरत
So about
100
90 or 100 if you have, so you will take a repeater after that. Before that, you will not take a repeater.
ओके मैम
The company wants to link its head office in A building to its office in Sydney. What type of network this connection result into?
वाइड एरिया नेटवर्क
Yes, it's a wide area network. Okay. District-wise total number of houses are represented in the following table. So district 7, 8, 9, 10 दिया हुआ है, उनकी values भी दी हुई हैं. आपको इसका ग्राफ बनाना है, ये वाला, ठीक है? And you have to create a graph for this. So you can create for any of the two. ठीक है? अब ये जो दोनों graphs हैं, I have explained in the latest video of that 100 days one. So day 16 में शायद explain किए हुए हैं. So पहले तो आप इसको खुद से करके देखोगे. So write down the code yourself. जब आप इसको लिख के देख लोगे, उसके बाद open that day 16 video and match your answer if it matches with that or not. ठीक है?
ओके मैम
और उसके बाद मेरे को व्हाट्सएप पे भेजोगे जो कोड आपने लिखा है वो. राइट?
ओके मैम
क्लियर?
मैम कैन यू
दोनों
सेंड द
क्वेश्चन
पीडीएफ ऑफ दिस सैंपल पेपर
I'll send in the group.
ओके
ठीक है? चलो. So now revise thoroughly. We'll be solving another paper on Sunday. ठीक है? कोई
Yes,
sample
ma'am.
paper
मैम ये
नहीं.
सीएससी की है ना
ये तो CBSE वाला sample paper है ना. This is there on the CBSE website also in the additional question section.
एडिशनल क्वेश्चंस
हाँ, but I'm sending you.
ओके मैम
अगर CBSE की साइट से चाहिए तो CBSE की साइट पे it is available over here. You know, informatic practices. It's in additional practice question section.
ओके मैम
ठीक है? Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
थैंक यू मैम
Have a
Take
great day,
care.
ma'am.
You too. Hello. Hello.